Ho 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 and Merry Christmas, you uglies. Hello to all my ghouls, gays, and theys. My name is EJ Marino and we have a Dragula review. I'm jumping into the season 4 reunion called The Last Supper. I was not expecting this to be the holiday Christmas episode, so I had to bring out the ugliest Christmas sweater I knew. It makes noises, it jingles, it is the absolute worst thing that I own in my closets. But hey, I had to wear it for this very special reunion, which I had a great time. Stop ringing you, bell. I had a great time with this reunion. It had a little bit of everything. There was heartfelt moments. There was a lot of drama. There was some plot progression, and overall, it was just really good to see all the monsters and the Boulets kind of just chill out and talk and get a new feel for it. I've never seen the Boulets so human in a weird way, but I've also never seen the monsters so willing to just be so honest. There was a lot of stuff in here, a little bit too much, where I'm not going to be able to cover everything. I kind of made some major pinpoints that I like, some moments that really stood out to me, but if I forgot your favorite moment, let me know down in the comments below. Tell me what your favorite moment of the Last Supper was, what was something I missed, what was something I didn't talk about enough, because I have a lot to talk about, and I know I'm going to be missing a lot, so let's just get straight into this wild reunion. Overall, the theme for the reunion was a bit of a Christmas feel, but it also felt like holidays with your family, where you all get back together and maybe talk a bit, maybe let your feelings known. Sometimes we get into politics, sometimes you get into relationship life advice, and that's kind of what this did here. We had a little bit of everyone getting a time to shine. We had people like Astrid and Formaldehyde, who never really had their big moments on the show, but they had little bit of a time to shine here. No one really got too much out of the eliminated people, except for one person, which I have dedicated a whole section to. We will talk about her in a moment. But yeah, I like that this was able to, people can let some things out. We had things like the Mary Cherry Sigourney Beaver drama that it kind of it kind of upset me because it did take up the whole show. There was a lot of stuff, and it just seems like Mary and Sigourney aren't going to get along, which is fine. Humans don't always have to get along. We are weird creatures like that, where you could respect somebody, but not really like them, and that's kind of, I feel, where they are. There was some cute bonding moments where I was just like, see, this is where you guys could have connected. They started talking about trauma and connecting, of losing people right before they got onto the show, and I thought that was a very important moment, and they both had a thing where, like, this was our moment. This could have been what connected us. This was the moment that we could have used to be friends, and we never had that advantage. We just decided to bicker with each other. Yes, I do agree with Mary that Sigourney definitely had some walls up, especially when the cameras were on. I think Betty points that out as well. But you guys can also make efforts when the cameras aren't on. And if Sigourney is playing a character on television, she's playing a character on television. I know that's shocking and you want everyone to be real, but she's also not gonna let down her walls for everyone to see on a national television front. I go back to Violet Chachki, reminded me of that, a winner of Drag Race, and wasn't really comfortable letting everyone in. So I was definitely seeing where Sigourney was. I don't think she was really fake on the show, and it seems like they never really called her out for anything she did outside of the show, but I was just like, I see what Mary means, I see what Betty means, but at the same time, that's Sigourney's choice to not let everyone in, especially if she was a bit damaged coming in and not 100% comfortable with making friends. I understood that. I thought this was a good moment. It took up a little bit too much time, but in a reunion, this was what this was built for. Looking at this reunion, other than our final four, who are all very big stars already, there was one who really showed out to me, someone who I would love to see come back later on, and that was Koco. Whoa, where did she come from? Because wow, this whole reunion, she kept saying shit that I'm like, well, I agree with her. Like, she was defending Sigourney, she was calling out Zavaleta, she was just in there when she needed to be there. When she also wanted to comfort people and be real, she was there as well, but she kept it 100, and that's what I needed from Koco. I was blown away, not only by her great look, which I think Koco looked so gorgeous, so sexy, as she always has, but I thought she was very honest, and it seemed like she needed to get some things off her chest, specifically with how they were treating Sigourney, and I'm glad someone stood up for her. Look, I like Dolly, I like Saint, and I like Hoso, but when all of this stuff was happening, even when other people were there, like in the actual main show, the competition, no one really just stood up and went, yo, what is your problem with Sigourney? And that's what Koco, I felt, did here. It was a very good moment, and it was very honest and real, and she clapped back with some moments. She had some very fiery opinions, and I'm like, this is what I wanted. I really thought Coco showed out here, and I would love to see her again. Same thing with Astrid. Astrid was one who I'm personally not a big fan of, but she had some moments here that made me go, I don't think we've seen the last of her. If they do a Titans of Dragula season, which I think is what they hinted at what they're going to call their All-Stars, I would love to see people like Coco and Astrid show up just to have another shot. I don't think people like Formaldehyde or any of the other eliminated people like Jade or Betty would really kind of add anything more to their legacy if they would go on a All-Stars or a Best of season. But I think Coco and Astrid could really have a time to shine. Overall, I just went away saying, God damn, I love Coco, and I can't believe that. Throughout the episode, there was these little BTS moments, a bit of a behind-the-scenes look when they would kind of cut the cameras off and go in for another take. These were some of my favorite moments, watching the monsters just kind of play around with each other. But there was a great moment with the Boulets. I forgot if it was Swan or Drac, took off their shoes and was just like, I am done with these shoes. And the other one was just like, bitch, you're sitting down with your legs crossed. What are you doing? It was such a funny, honest moment. And these are the moments I love about Dragula, especially when our judges can let their guard down and have a little bit of fun. This was a very lighter reunion. Yes, there was some heavy moments. Jade got into it with some other people, and Jade was very, very honest. I thought Jade was very good in this episode with being, hey, here's my feelings, this is where I was mentally, I am sorry. And I thought those were moments. I loved that all of the monsters together were just so good with each other, and it really felt like a family. I think Dolly had a very good point I think Dolly and Saint both kind of said the same thing. Look, we came into this knowing what we were going to happen and what was going to happen and how we were going to feel after. So we didn't let the drama consume us. We just said, after this, we'll all be sisters, we'll all be a family, and I definitely thought that was good. You could tell Dolly and Saint were in a great spot here. There was that really funny moment when they were like, would anyone like to come back for another time? And Saint and Dolly were like, no, we've done this enough. And I definitely agree. If they don't win this, they're just not meant to win it. And that's fine. Not everyone's going to win. You're still a star, because I still fell in love with Dolly this season. And Saint, oh my God, Saint is my crush. I love Saint so much. So yeah, I definitely see where everyone is at here. And I thought everyone was so honest. Now let's get to that final four. By looking in my comments from last episode, in a shock that everyone saw coming, yeah, there was a final four for this season. They kept Sigourney, Dolly, and Saint, and they kind of like left Hoso on a thread, and there was a very dramatic moment. I don't think it went too far, but you definitely see like people like Astrid get up to go, do I have to go comfort Hoso? And I know a producer was like, wait a second, we're about to do something. And then yeah, so we have our final four. I definitely want to see that. They all have to present 3 looks that represent Dragula, and I think this is going to be a fun final episode. A lot of looks, a lot of monsters, and it's everything we need. This is a strong final four, with each one of them offering something very new, very different, and I cannot wait to see what they do in this upcoming finale. I like this final four. My front runner is going to be Dolly, and then I would put Saint, Sigourney, and Hoso. And that's honestly, all 4 of them are great. All of them could win, and I would be happy with all of it. Dolly's obviously my favorite. I definitely think Saint has earned it through the growth through multiple seasons. And Sigourney's my girl. I love her. And Hoso has grown. I definitely think the professionalism conversation, especially one that they had here, was obvious and is fine. And Hoso has time to grow. And I know the immune compromise thing, and I know she feels she personally doesn't have it, but there's always time to shine. But you've also made great work on this show that no one's going to forget what Hoso had to do. But like I said, honestly, any of these 4 could win, and it would be good. It's a strong season, strong contenders, and a really fun episode. Well, that was my feelings on the reunion in this holiday-themed episode. Might have to bust this out again if they do another Christmas episode closer to the finale. I'm overall very excited for what this final episode's going to have. But what do you guys think? What do you think of this reunion? What do you think of our final 4? Share your feelings down in the comments below. Let me know all your feelings. I want to know how you are feeling on this season. Share them down below. Subscribe to my channel, because I make videos like this every single week. Jingle, jingle, jingle. And make sure you guys give me a thumbs up, because YouTube takes those way too serious. Alright everyone, let's talk about Dragula and the reunion down below.